Hi BC, it's Rob here with another video, and this video is a thread response to Carson Tucker. So Carson Tucker has come up with this thread, choose your favourite 10 Beatles songs. So I spent today listening to, actually my cat's here, so this is the cat on my last video who was a bit of a killer. So this is Curtis, sort of named after Ian Curtis and Curtis Mayfield. So this is Curtis the cat, the bird killer. Now, Beatles. Am I the #1 Beatles fan on the VC? I'm not. There's a lot of Beatles aficionados out there, and I'm not one of them. But are the Beatles in my top 20 favourite bands of all time? Probably, yeah. So I was going through the Beatles catalogue today, deciding which would make my top 10. So here's my top 10 Beatles songs. So my number 10 is Day Tripper. Now, quite a few of these songs have got little tales to tell, but others I just sort of fly through them. Day Tripper is just a song, catchy song that I've always loved. So yeah, Day Tripper is my number 10. Now, my number 9 is Strawberry Fields Forever. So, I've been to Liverpool. Me and my Dutch girlfriend in 2013, she was a big Beatles fan. She'd never been to Liverpool. I mean, the main reason for people to go to Liverpool really is to either watch the football or to investigate the Beatles, because the industry, tourist industry, revolving around the Beatles in Liverpool is phenomenal, and they do it really well. And the Beatles tour, Magical Mystery Tour on the bus, going round to the Beatles where they were born, various houses, etc. And you go to Strawberry Fields, and we got off and had our photo taken, read the graffiti on the gates, and yeah, it's really special. And yeah, I've always loved Strawberry Fields Forever. So my number 9 is Strawberry Fields Forever. Now, my number 8 is Eleanor Rigby. So my daughter's called Eleanor. Did I name her after Eleanor Rigby? Kind of. When my daughter was born, we were convinced we were going to have a boy, and we had a boy's name, Tom. But we had a girl, and we had no name. So for 4 days, my daughter didn't have a name. I got up one day. My wife was still in hospital. She'd had a cesarean, and Eleanor just came into my mind, and went to the hospital. And my wife at the time liked the name Eleanor, so we decided to call her Eleanor. And but was that the only reason that I chose the name Eleanor? When I was about 22, 23, there was a group of guys, probably about 12 of us, and there'd be a group of girls, and we'd kind of go around together. And at the end of the night, if we were on our own, me and a girl called Eleanor would get together, and for quite some time, you know, we spent a bit of time together. We both liked each other, but that's all it was. And we went our separate ways after about a year, maybe. Now, flash forward to 2010. So I was living in Mosley, which is about 8 miles outside Manchester, and I was living on quite a busy road, and I decided to run a petition about sort of traffic calming. Now, me and my daughter went knocking on doors. My daughter was 10, and we knocked on the doors, and one door we knocked on, a woman answered, and I got butterflies, because she looked like Eleanor, who many years ago I'd spent quite a lot of time with. She invited us in, she signed the petition, and she signed it Eleanor. And my daughter was really excited, because my name's Eleanor. And she was looking at me, and I'm pretty convinced she realised that it was me. And whether she thought, as he named his daughter after her, I'm not too sure. It was a little bit embarrassing. Eleanor actually went up there a couple of times to play with her daughter, but I never sort of went up and sort of revisited that. And Yeah, maybe it was best I didn't. But yeah, little story revolving Eleanor. So yeah, my number 8 is Eleanor Rigby. So my number 7 is from this album, Help, and it's You Gotta Hide Your Love Away, which is a song I've always loved. I really like the Help album. It's one of the first albums I actually bought. I can remember having it and playing it a lot and really liking it. And yeah, that's a song that when I was thinking up this top 10, it was going to be in there. So yeah, my number 7 is You Gotta Hide Your Love Away. Now my number 6 is from the White Album. So the White Album, I'd never heard the White Album a year ago. And it's held up in high esteem by Beatles fans. I've realised from this chart I'm not a massive lover of sort of early Beatles and later Beatles. It's sort of the middle period that I'm into. But when I got VCLT from Matt Hayes, I've mentioned on a video that I've never heard the White Album, and he sent it me. And for about 3 weeks I really played it a lot, and it made sense, and I really enjoyed it, listening to it front to back. But today I was going through it and realised that there's only a couple of tracks on it that I actually stand up on their own. And 2 of them are in my chart, and one of them is my number 6. It's Blackbird. It's one of those songs that when I heard the White Album, I knew that song. And I just really love it. Simple and just classic. So yeah, my number 6 is Blackbird. Now, into the top 5. My favourite Beatles songs. Number 5 is Paperback Lighter. So Paperback Lighter is of course on this album, which is the number 1 to the Beatles. And when you look at that album, it's pretty mind-blowing really. Singles by the Beatles, it's familiar to everybody all over the world really. And Paperback Lighter for me is just class. I never tire of it. It's clever and it's just awesome. So yeah, I just use the word awesome on the video. Anyway, so yeah, my number 5 is Paperback Lighter. Now, my number 4 is another one from the White Album, and it's a track that makes me laugh, and it just is typical really of the White Album. Some of them, did he work? I'm not too sure. Like I say, as a piece of work, I really like it, but as an individual track, I really love Rocky Raccoon. So I do have a soft spot for raccoons. When I was a mod in the sort of early 80s, I used to have what looked like a raccoon's tail, and I used to put it on the back of my parka, and when I was out, girls would pull my tail, and used to have a bit of fun with it, and eventually I lost it. But yeah, raccoons, I'm a big fan. So yeah, Rocky Raccoon, my number 4. Now, my number 3 is Norwegian Wood. So Norwegian Wood is on this album. So do I prefer the red or the blue? I think I prefer the red. And Norwegian Wood is one of those songs. I actually got that album as VCLT from Vinyl Dale, Simon, and the Search for the Holy Grail, and I've not sent you anything in return, Simon. I do apologise. I am going to sort that out. But Norwegian Wood is a 2-minute classic. That song takes me to so many periods in my life where I've met somebody and I've gone back to their place and I've had a good time. Sometimes it hasn't been a good time. It's not always gone well, but it's a song that when I hear it, it always sort of takes me back to certain times, and I love that song. So yeah, my number 3 is Norwegian Wood, and my number 2 is In My Life. So to me, In My Life is one of those songs that, you know, do you have it played at your funeral? You know, the thousands of people crying, and in reality there might be about 20 people there, but that song is just a classic Beatles song. And there's a lot of sort of classic Beatles songs that are really familiar that were never singles, but in my life, for me, is it's one of my favourite songs, and it really moves me. So yeah, my number 2 is In My Life. So what's my number 1, my favourite Beatles song? Penny Lane. So Penny Lane is one of the first songs I remember when I was a kid. And when I was a kid, I had like 9 lives because I had some near misses. One time my mum went into a shop and she left me and my twin sister in a double buggy outside the shop. And I leant forward and my sister unbuckled me. And I went into the main road, and a woman came running into the shop saying she'd just seen a little boy nearly get run over and killed. And my mum went white and ran outside and left all her shopping, and it was my sister had unbuckled me and I got free and I was in the main road. So you could say that I had sort of a lucky escape there. But getting back to Penny Lane, when we went on the Magical Mystery Tour and we went down Penny Lane, it was special. It's not the same Penny Lane as it was 50 years ago, but it still felt special. And when we got off the coach and had our photo taken on the Penny Lane outside the street sign, the people who organise these trips are just super professional. They love the job and they make it a memorable experience, and it was a memorable experience going down Penny Lane, and it'll live with me forever, and it's a special place. So yeah, my number 1 is Penny Lane. So those are my top 10 Beatles songs. A lot of them familiar, some of them, well, they're all familiar because we all know the Beatles, and the songs are special. And yeah, great fun picking my 10 favourites. They might change in order over the years, but those are my 10 favourites. And hope you enjoyed my video. If you got any comments, I'll always get back to you. Thanks for watching the video, and bye for now.